Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm starting with nothing on my face because I'm going to be doing a makeup challenge, and if you saw by the title and the thumbnail, this is the one dip makeup challenge. A lot of people have done this already, but I saw it and I thought it would be fun, so I decided to do it. And because Soph was actually the first person who I saw doing this video or this challenge, I'm going to be using her palettes for this. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Joanna. I have new videos every Monday, Thursday and Saturday, so consider subscribing because it's free and it helps me so much. But without any further ado, let's start this challenge. But first, I need to get my hair out of the way, and as this is the one dip makeup challenge, I'm trying not to use any squeeze tube products, and I think I'm going to start with my base and I'll do my eyes at the end. Even though with only one dip I might get some fallout, so I guess I'll just do my eyes first. That's probably playing it a little bit safe, but I'm going to do primer before everything else. And I don't have any pump primers, but I do have a spray primer that is the Revolution Pro Base Aqua Primer. I think this is probably discontinued, but I'll try to leave everything linked in the description box. So only one spray of this. That's not enough, but okay. I'm gonna try and spread it a little bit, maybe. So I think I'm starting with my brows, and for that I'm using a brow pomade. This is the Avon Mark Perfect Brow Cream Gel Pot. So I thought a brow pomade would be nice to do only one dip. So I'm gonna try and cover my brow brush. Yeah, I think this is probably more than enough, so I'm going to put that aside. And that's a good thing that I do like some natural brows, but I did pick up a lot. So I guess when you do have two things of each, like two brows, two eyes, two sides of the face, is probably a good idea to do a little bit of each. Okay, so far I think I got it a little bit easy using a brow pomade. Okay, that's a very intense brow, so I'm going to put this brush aside. And I guess it's okay to use a spoolie that has nothing on it, so I'm just brushing the product that I already dipped, just to kind of make it a little bit more even. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with them like this. So for eyeshadow primer, I have a doe foot applicator that is the NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to take as it is, and I'm putting what I can on each lid. I also think this is good because this primer works really nice blended with the finger, and you don't really need much eyeshadow primer. But now, for eyeshadow, I think this is not going to be very easy, especially because the way I kind of learned to do eyeshadow is by dipping in a little bit and building up the color as I go, so I'm going to have to do the exact opposite thing. So as I mentioned, I'm using the Soph Revolution palette. This is the first palette that she came out with, and I was thinking about doing something kind of orangey, so I think I'll take the shade Cup of Tea to do a transition, and I'm just definitely gonna have to take the dip and close the palette. So I'm taking my dip. This is already a lot. This is a lot. But I'm really glad these shadows blend nicely. But I already have one eye more intense than the other. So I guess I just have to blend this one a little bit better and see if I can even it out. Yeah, that looks different. I do like how this eye looks, but I would definitely go in with more shadow on this one. So I'm gonna have to try and even it out with the next shade. And I think I'm just going to use the same brush for this part. So to build up my crease, I think I'm going to take the shade Cloudberry. It's a little bit similar to the previous shade, so I hope with this one I can kind of even it out. Okay, so here it goes. Okay, now I think I used too much on this side and not enough on this one, but in terms of tone, I think from far away is a little bit more similar. And now to deepen my crease, I'm going to take the shade Pumpkin. Okay, I'm gonna say this is one dip, and for this time trying to get it a little bit more even. Okay, with this one it worked a lot better, but I think I'll use a little bit of red. So I'm going to take this one that is called Danger. That's probably what this challenge is, Danger. Okay, so I'm packing it on the outer corner and then I'll bring it over to the crease. And I think I also want to give a little bit of depth to my outer corner. So I'm taking the shade Mug Cake. I almost tapped off the excess. I also think this eye got a little bit more dark. Okay, and I just want to blend everything together. So I'm taking the brush I used for the oranges with nothing more on it, just to blend the edges. But I think it is looking fine, not perfect, but fine. And now all over my lid, I think I want to use the shade Grow Old, that is this one here. And that's not enough shimmer as I usually like, but I think it is enough at least. And I think I'm not doing a winged liner because it doesn't really fit in this challenge, but I will apply a little bit of black on my waterline and I'll try and just do one swipe to each side. Okay, that will have to be enough. And I'm really glad I did my base first because I have shimmer all over my under eye area. But for mascara, I'm using the Marvel X Maybelline Colossal, and it'll be just whatever comes on the brush, just not this tip. Just trying to use one side of the brush for one eye and the other side for the other eye. But I'm just thinking that I haven't done my under eye area still and I can't dip back into the mascara. So I think I'll have to do my lower lashes now and just do eyeshadow under it. And I'm just cleaning up the fallout I have from the shimmer, but I guess I'm wiping the primer away. Not that it was a lot to begin with. So for my foundation, I thought I would use not a pump because that's the easiest thing, but I'm going to use the Kiko Full Coverage 2-in-1 foundation and concealer that has a doe foot. So I'm gonna have to spread this all over my face and make it be enough, which I think it might be because this has a really nice coverage. And I'm also using it under my eyes. Okay, I think that's pretty much the product that was on the doe foot. Okay, I actually think for the foundation I got it easy because this one has a pretty good coverage and I feel like it came out enough on the doe foot. And this under eye area I'm just blending with this smaller brush because this one is foundation and concealer, but I do have a different concealer to kind of correct a little bit more. And it's also a doe foot, as most concealers. That is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. But I'm just using a little bit of this one actually because this goes a long way. So I'm just taking 3 dots like that. I'm not even taking the full dip. And also this one is a little bit too light for me, so I just use it to correct a little bit the dark circles and also brighten. Now for powder, I think this will be the hard part because I usually do one brush on my under eye area and a bigger brush all over my face, but for this challenge I'm gonna have to use the same. And I'm using the Technic Soft Focus Transparent Loose Powder, and I'm gonna have to make 1 dip worth, but actually this has a lot on top. That might even be too much. So aside from poking myself in the eye, on my under eyes I'm just gonna have to squeeze the brush. I think I pretty much covered my entire face. That's not looking too bad. So I think I'm just going to finish my eyes, and very close to my lashes I think I'm taking the shade Pumpkin. Try not to get fallout. So I kind of dipped both sides of the brush. Yep, that was not enough. This side definitely got more, and I'm going to blend under this one with the shade Cup of Tea. So now I'm gonna try and do a little bit more on this side. Kind of makes up for the first mistake a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I guess probably because of the powder I can't exactly see a lot of my lower lashes, but I'm gonna have to leave it like this. For bronzer, I think this will not be very easy. I'm using the Kiko Gold Waves, and Soph actually really loves these bronzers too. So I think my brush is fully loaded, so I'm gonna have to be very careful. It's a good thing this bronzer blends so well. This one was from the Gold Waves collection, but they do have these baked bronzers in pretty much all of their limited editions. For blush, I'm using one that I think will go beautifully with the eye look. That is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glowy in the shade Citrine Rose. And for blush, I think it is a little bit easier because it's very pigmented and I don't actually like it too intense. So I think I might even tap off a little bit. Yeah, I think for blush, maybe that was even a little bit too much, but I think it is even. And then when I thought of the One Dip Makeup Challenge, I thought for highlighter, using Soph's palette would be kind of cheating because these are super, super intense. And I'm taking my favorite, that is this one. But one dip is gonna have to be enough for my entire face, so that is done. Wow, that is too much. And actually, I still haven't done inner corner highlighter and brow bone. I can do brow bone with this, but I think I'm gonna have to take an eyeshadow for my inner corner, maybe. I'm going to try and dip my brush into the brush and just grab the highlighter. And that actually worked. This highlighter palette really is amazing. And I have done an under 5-minute review of it. I will leave it up on the cards. I think it's on this side, maybe. So yeah, using Soph's palette for highlighter is definitely cheating for this challenge. And for my lips, I thought I would do a nude matte liquid lipstick. I'm using the Revolution Matte in the shade Chauffeur. Yeah, I think this one looks really good with this look, and this lipstick is kind of also cheating a little bit because I know it's very easy to work with and it comes a lot on the applicator at the first time. But now for setting spray, I can only spray it once, and I'm doing it with the NYX Matte Finish. I kind of just got sprayed here, not on this part, but that's the challenge. Okay, and that is my finished look for the One Dip Makeup Challenge. Actually, I think I did fairly well. The eyeshadow is not perfectly similar, but I think from far away you can't notice it too much. You can barely see my bottom lashes, but actually for the rest of the look, I think I did well. I think for this, probably the hardest part is definitely the primer and the setting spray, definitely, because you can only spray it once. The highlighter and the blush, I definitely thought it was pretty easy, and actually the brows was a lot more easy than I thought it would be. But overall, I would say the most important thing is I did have a lot of fun doing this makeup challenge, and I have already done some other challenges on my channel, so I think I'll try and do it a little bit more because this was actually very, very funny. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did doing it, and if you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It helps me a lot, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know how you think I did and what other challenges you'd like me to do. If you haven't watched the other ones I did, I will leave my playlist on the side. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos like this one every Monday, Thursday and Saturday. It helps me so much. And yeah, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching.